Hello, everybody, and the power of you aligning people, perceptions, and products. Hi, everybody. Sandy Henham here. I am going to talk to you today about the power of you and how to actually make your word of the year stick. I'm going to adjust my. There we go. Um, Yesterday we talked about the importance of picking a word of the year. And I've done that for about 12 years, 12, 13 years. This would be my 13th year. I really enjoy choosing a word of the year as opposed to different kinds of goals or resolutions, things like that. So today we're going to talk about, like, how do I make my word of the year stick? And it's really important that once you choose your word of the year, that you really engage with that word. It's your intention. You're setting that intention for the year. So how do you do that? So next week, I'm actually going to really spend some time with you guys talking about habits. And this is kind of the beginning of thinking about habits. So when we want to start engaging with our word, putting that intention out there, the first thing, if you think about habits and putting things in your life, everything really starts with a cue. You see something, you smell something. Everything kind of starts with a cue when you think about habits. And so one of the things that we think about is, how can you incorporate a cue? Well, how I like to do it is I find music that incorporates my word. A couple of years ago, my word was brave. And so I picked different kinds of songs that talked about being brave. Last year, my word was gather. And so I created a playlist, and I listened to that playlist about belonging and gathering and getting together. So I find music that incorporates my word. I also like to find signs, keychains, bracelets, mugs, anything that you can look at, that you can touch on a daily kind of basis. And I also research podcasts and books, and I'm going to show you, I'm going to tell you some of the books that I used last year, and I'm going to talk about some of the books that I'm going to start to read in later lives. But I like to research podcasts and books. I have signs on my bathroom mirror. I have signs in the dashboard of my car. You really just start to embody that word, and it's important that you have that word kind of all around you, because that will be your cue. So, and if you don't know why you need a word of the year, you can just check out yesterday's video, and I spent some time just really talking about why it's important that we choose a word of the year. So what kinds of things can we do besides kind of really looking at it, thinking about it, owning it? It's really important that we own our word, right? One of the things that and it's really hard because we want to go gangbusters, right? We want to go all out. But it's really important when we think about incorporating our word of the year and we think about cues, is that you really start small. Start so small. James Clear says, from Atomic Habits. He says, start so small that you can't say no. And that's one of the keys to incorporating your word of the year is start small. Start so small that you don't have to get up all of this motivation to do it. If you're thinking about incorporating more water, don't start out and say, well, I'm going to drink 64 ounces of water, right? Say, I'm going to drink 1 glass in the morning. Right away when I get out of bed, I'm going to make sure I have 1 glass with lunch, 1 glass before I go to bed. Start really small. Consistency, if we can start working with our word, consistency is going to be what really is going to help us. The saying, an apple a day keeps the doctor away, right? It's not 7, I'm going to eat 7 apples on Sunday. If we can do those small, consistent things, that's what's going to really help us incorporate habits into our word. And so I want you guys to kind of give me an aha moment about anything that you thought about that you're going to use or that you can use to kind of help make your words stick. And tomorrow I'm going to tell you about my word for 2021. If you kind of looked at the blog that I put and the worksheet, I really have liked that worksheet. It's worked really well. So I encourage you, if you're thinking about a word of the year, that worksheet really has helped me kind of put things into place. But I'm going to tell you about my word for 2021 and then some of the things that I really learned as I spent 365 days with the word gather. So I want you guys to have an amazing night and just be blessed. I will talk to you tomorrow. Bye-bye.